What is up, players and playettes? This is Nilly here from the Cool Poke Players, and we got a battle. This is round 2 of the league that happened Sunday, August 28th. And to my left, we have Jason over here playing the Mega Gardevoir. This is the Steam Siege version of it, or for some people who, aka Mega Broski. On the right, we have Andrew over here playing Flareon Camarupt. It's a really unique, cool strategy he has going on here. We're going to see it as it plays along. So we actually start off with Andrew here, who did get 2 level balls to get a Remoraid and Artillery. We're going to see the Remoraid come down here. He has the Artillery in his hand, along with 3 Fire Energies. We're going to probably see a Fire Energy attached to the Flareon. Now, while we're talking about what's going on here, he gets a Max Elixir. I think he misses his Max Elixir, but while we talk about that, here's what the combo does. The Flareon, with this ability Flash Fire, can take a fire energy from one of your Pokemon and attach it to Flareon. The Camarupt is the Team Magma Camarupt, which lets you get a fire energy from your discard pile and attach it to Camarupt. So what you do is you get the fire energy from the discard pile to Camarupt, and then you use the Flash Fire to take that fire energy that was off that Camarupt onto the Flareon. So it's like it's getting a 2 attachment turn, and then if you get a Max Elixir on it, you could pop a bench Flareon turn 1 with a Flash. With Camarupt's ability using Flareon to get that fire energy from it, attaching a fire energy, and also getting a Max Elixir on it, you can get a turn. And we're going to see a town map from Jason here. And look like we got Mega Broski, we got Gardevoir, we got Trainer's Mail, Super Rod. I can't see what the card is on the bottom left. And it looks like an N on the bottom right side. So he does have a Gardevoir line in his prizes. He's going to play Ultra Ball, Shaman, and I can't tell what the other card is. So it's going to be for a Hoopa, which he will probably play. Oh, he's going to Super Rod. Okay, smart play by Jason right there. He used the Ultra Balls for the 2 Shamans and then Super Rod those back in before he benched the Hoopa, so he can get those Shamans back, as well as probably a Gardevoir. I'm going to see probably come down in this situation. Or maybe another Hoopa to do it all over again. He does play Skyfield. Okay, gets the Gardevoir here. He does play Skyfield, so he fills that bench up with a lot of firepower for that Despair Raid to be firing on all cylinders. So let's see how many cards how well is Jason going to set up on this turn here, because he has a lot of card power in his hand. And there goes the Shaman, going to get him 3, I believe. Okay, 4. Okay, we saw Skyfield, Trainer's Mail, look like a Lysander or a VS Seeker on the far left side. Trainer's Mail, let's see what his options are in this Trainer's Mail. Look like an N, Skyfield. I can't see what's on the far left there. Looks like a Super Rod. And he's looking to see what he needs. And he's going to get the N here. So he does have an N. And we might see that Artillery that Andrew used on that level ball go bye-bye. Or maybe not. We'll see. He might have other options, because he does have that Lysander in his hand as well. He could Lysander that Remoraid, hoping that to probably stall him down, having to waste some energy on that. So we see the Skyfield here, and we're going to probably see more Shamans dropping down, trying to get rid of some of that hand. He's going to Lysander. He is going to Lysander the Remoraid instead for opting out for the end. Why not? He does have a Shaman in hand. This is going to opt in to draw more cards here. We see the Escape Rope, a Fairy Energy, looks like a Hex, and a Trainer's Mail. The energy we're going to see go on the Gardevoir here. And this Gardevoir has a cool attack, the first one, where if you have the same amount of energies as your opponent, it does 70 more damage. So you can hit for 100 if you have the same amount of energies as opponent. But not in this case, he's going to hit for 30 because that Remoraid does not have an energy. But if he would have kept the Flareon in, he probably would have hit for 100. So we're going to see an Ultra Ball. He got the Trainer Mail for the Ultra Ball. Could play it to get another Hoopa. So I think he does run 4 Shamans and 3 Hoopas, or maybe 2 Hoopas in this deck. So his turn is far from done. So we see an Ultra Ball for Hex Maniac and an N, and we're going to see if this is for the Hoopa, or it could be for, it is for the Hoopa. And we're going to see the Scoundrel Ring play off the Hoopa, and who is he going to pull out? Probably a Mega Broski here. There's the Mega Broski. And what else? The Shaman, and that's probably... and another Shaman. So there we go. We're gonna just drop the field down with Shamans all over the place. And if you probably notice on Jason's left side, that bench so far, especially if he drops that 4th Shaman, that looks like a $400 bench over there. Okay, we got 4 Shamans Well, he has one in hand, so let's just say he has 4 Shamans. Those are $70 a piece, so that's $280 right there. Those Gardevoirs are probably, since they're full, it's probably $810 a pop. Right there, that's almost close to 400. And the Hoopas, I think, then they go up to like $50 or $70 right now, or something like that too. Right? Maybe over $400. It's crazy. But let me get back to Andrew's turn over here. He did do a max elixir for fire energy, which we're gonna see attached to the Flareon. Bam, there we go. And let's see here. He does have an Evil Soda in hand, but I don't think that's going to be needed in this situation. We're going to see the fire energy that he has to attach to that Remoraid to get that out of there. So we can evolve to the Octillery, and we're going to see an Abyssal Hand coming down right here. He did license. Okay, he did license his turn because I saw the Hex in his card, but he used that for the Ultra Ball. So the Abyssal Hand is going to give him some cards here, and he gets a Numal down so he can get that Camarupt going. He needs that ability set up so he can get that engine firing on all cylinders. The thing that sucks for Andrew here is that Jason does play Hex Maniac, and him and his girl Martha, they are really good with learning when to play a Hex Maniac when you need your abilities the most. They're really good at shutting that down. So we're gonna see what Jason's gonna pull out here. We're gonna see do get the Mega Gardevoir going, and he Mega Gardevoir the bench. He does have an escape rope in his hand, so he could escape rope to probably get someone else out, hoping he can get out. Okay, so we're going to see an escape rope here, and Andrew's going to decide probably the Numal. He needs that Octillery for extra card draw, so there's the Numal, and he's going to switch out to the... Oh, he played a double escape rope. I think he's just trying to get rid of cards in his hand so he can power up. He does have a Shaman. Remember, he does have that Shaman in hand. So he's probably just played that double escape rope in desperation just to get some card power draw off the Shaman. He's really trying to get set up and take advantage of this situation. He wants to be ready to go, and he wants to get rid of this Flareon before it can do any damage to him. The thing with these decks is, okay, we're going to see what he gets off his training wheel before I say what I had to say in that. Let's see. I see Skyfield versus Seeker. He's going to play for the N. He might use that N. He did not play a supporter yet. I think he still has the Versus Seeker in hand too, which can probably opt him to use a Hex. He plays the N. Okay, so let me go back to what I was saying in this situation. The thing with the Flurry, with Mega Gardevoir, with the Despair Ray, it does 110 base and 10 more damage for each Pokemon you discard from your bench. He can knock out the Flareon by itself, but if that Flareon has a Fighting Fury belt on it, which Andrew does have, and I think he has enough to power up every Flareon with a Fighting Fury belt, he can't one-shot it, even with 8 Pokemon sitting on that bench. So with the Skyfield full bench, he cannot one-shot it. And that goes for the same for Andrew. He cannot one-shot Mega Broski unless he's sitting on 8 Fire Energies on the Flareon, and that's going to take too long to set up. So to note that these two Pokemon, well, these two players cannot one-shot each other. So really, this game is going to come down to that: who can get the next attacker set up and ready to go? Who's gonna run out of gas first? Who's not going to be able to get that next attacker set up? And who's not? And the person that can get that next attacker set up and ready to go is probably going to be the one to win this game here. Okay, so we see Andrew getting the camera up, and this is going to get his engine going right here. And he needs that engine going. If that engine is going, this deck is tough to stop. It makes it very hard. So we're going to see an attach onto the Flareon, and that's going to be able to Blaze Ball for 110, unless he somehow pulls a Fighting Fury belt out of all this with the Sycamore, which he probably will after Fire Energy, blah, blah, blah. Look like the card is far left. Yeah, Fighting Fury belt. There you go. So that's going to give Flareon 210 HP, which making him a Mega level Pokemon. And so when he Blaze Ball, he's going to be doing 120. It does 50 base plus 20 more damage for each Fire Energy on it. So that's 3 Fire Energy. So 50 plus 60. And then the 10 off the Fighting Fury belt makes it 120. And yes, he is going to hit it. So we're going to see that 120. And Jason did draw a Hex, so you don't have to use a Versus Seeker for it. He's going to power up the Mega Broski in the bench. And we're going to see a Super Rod to get those precious Shamans and Hoopas back, because you know those are also important. And that's what I like about him. He probably plays 2-3 Super Rods so he can get that stuff back. He'll probably be someone who would love to see Karen in this deck. And for those who don't know what Karen does, is a supporter card that's in that it's in a new box I think that's coming out next month with the Keldeo Rayquaza Battle Arena deck box. Really cool boxes. Does have Burst Seekers in there, and those are a $10 card pop a piece. So you can be able to get 2 Burst Seekers in there as well. They played in, so while they're ending and cutting a tap, and I'll continue talking here. So what Karen, and there's one Karen supporter card in there, and what that card does is it takes all your Pokemon card and both players, you and your opponents, from the discard pile and put them back into your deck. Jason's kid had a problem. I did edit this part out, so for a minute we're going to see him get back into it after the end. There we go. So that Karen will be a really cool card in Jason's deck, so he don't have to rely too much on the super rods there, so it can give him an extra card space for something that he really needs here. Okay, so we see in on both sides. We do see a Spirit Link on Jason's side. I don't know what Andrew got, but I can't see Andrew's hand yet, but we'll probably see it in a minute when it comes to his turn and draw. I think I did see a Sycamore in Jason's hand as well. Yeah, it does look like a Sycamore. So Shaman's for 2. He gets another Shaman and another energy here. He already attached. So I'm pretty sure we're just going to see a Revenge Blast, I guess, or Link Blast. Because he can't use the Luminous Blade, I think that's what the second attack is. Yeah, so we just see a Link Blast for 30 here. So the Flareon does live to see another day. And for Andrew, he has to be breathing a sigh of relief right there that he was not able to take out that Flareon that turn. So with the Scorched Earth, he's using that Scorched Earth so the Mega Gardevoir doesn't get too much power. He hasn't really been able to utilize the Stadium card yet, but let's see if he hits a Max Elixir. Oh, Trainer Mail. Sorry, thought it was Max. Okay, he's probably going to grab the Max Elixir from that Trainer's Mail and probably use it right after that. There we go. So he's probably going to end up shuffling and then use the Max Elixir. Now, why he gets this play going up, there's some I have to say here. I have played Andrew 4 times against his deck, so I'm really familiar of what's in his deck. And I have something I want to tell you. He missed the first Max Elixir, but he was able to hit, let's see if he hits this one here. And he's able to hit this one here. Out of all 4 times I played Andrew, he has Max Elixired 4 times. Or did he use Trainer's Mail? Oh, he used another Trainer Mail. Okay, for the escape rope. But he has hit all 4 Max Elixirs all 4 times I played him. So that's 16 straight Max Elixirs in a row. 16-0. If you got 16-0 in playoffs in the football, that's undefeated right there. So he's undefeated on hitting these Max Elixirs. And he missed one here against Jason. I'd have been happy if he missed one here. But, and it seems like he gets these Max, going against me, and he happened to hit that one right there. But he seems to be getting these Max Elixirs against me, where on turn 2, I'm staring at 6 fire energies compared to my 0. It's that bad every time I go against him. And he has another one to use. Is he going to hit this one? Is he going to be 3 for 4 here? Is he going to be 3 for 4? Let's see. Did he get it? Did he get it? He got it. Wow, 3 for 4. He is killing it. I don't know how many fire energies he runs in this deck. I'm thinking anywhere. I think it might be 12. 10 to 12. Don't quote me on that one. But, man, him hitting off these Max Elixirs, it makes him a really tough opponent to beat in these decks, because this Flareons can get going in a matter of just 1 turn pretty much. So now Andrew's thinking, you have to knock out the Gardevoir. You have to take that Gardevoir out. Take your Gardevoir, get your 2 prize cards, take the lead. Take the lead. You got a Flareon ready to go next turn. So, oh, he used Abyssal Hand from Artillery. That's why he's able to get those 2 extra cards. Able to drop an Entei here, which because of his loaded bench that Jason is setting up with, could be Entei could be really can hit really hard in this game. Will we have time to see it? No, because I don't think Andrew will have to want to spend the resources to powering up Entei, where he can just be blaze balling for about the same amount and have a higher hit point where it won't get one shot from the Mega Gardevoir. So let's see what Jason plans to do here. We see the Hex, and that really sucks for Andrew because that engine is now stopped for return. That means no Flash Fires, no Burning Drafts from the Camarupts, and no Abyssal Hand from Artillery. Other than Entei, every card on there plays an ability, so that hurts for Andrew. Jason breathing a sigh of relief that he won't see a lot of energies piled up next turn. He's going to Despair Ray here. Despair Ray, he really don't need take no one out. This is going to be a straight knockout here. And this is going to equal the prize waste. I think Jason will take that Super Rod for sure. And maybe Gardevoir just to have out there. You really don't need the Mega Gardevoir at this point. Yeah, Super Rod and the Gardevoir. Excuse me as I take a drink. And we see Entei come out in this situation. And we see the Fighting Fury Belt on the front. I'll tell you, he has a Flying Fury Belt for each Flareon. And those Flareon, I have not seen one game that Andrew has not been able to attach a Fighting Fury Belt to a Flareon. So you're dealing, when you're playing against him, just expect to deal with a 210 HP Flareon. Unless you can just get something super quick out one turn that can one-shot it. So he plays the Super Rod. He's going to play the Flareon and the 2 Fire Energies. And we're probably wondering, would have been able to keep those Fire Energies into this card pile to be using Burning Draft. The problem is, I think Jason still does have that Burst Seeker in his hand. So he can just Burst Seeker Hex as much as he wants. So those Fire Energies in that deck actually is doing Andrew a better job. And we see the end here. This is going to make each player draw 4 prize cards, and this is a really good game. Like I was telling you earlier, this is gonna, right now Flareon is the only attacker set up, and for Jason that will be the Mega Broski in the active. It's who can get the next attacker set up is going to be the question here. Andrew needs to get another Flareon down and get that going quick. As well as Jason needs to get a Mega Gardevoir down, and probably with some loaded bench Pokemon so that the spare rate can be hitting a bit. But like I said, not either Pokemon can one shot, at least without setting up and taking some time. And since these both are, forgot to mention, these are both post-rotation decks. These are going to be, this is before, and by the time this go up, September 1st or 2nd, this should, the rotation would already happen, but remember this was back on the 26th, so these decks are prepared for today's rotation. Okay, we see a pass on Andrew. Jason is going to play the Super Rod to get the Gardevoir, the Shaman, and a Hoopa. I don't know what else I forgot what else he discarded. Or maybe that's it. And I think that's it. Oh, and the energy. Can't forget about the energy, guys. Can't forget about the almighty energy. That goes back in the deck. We get a shuffle. And from the looks of things, I didn't see the rest of his hand because I'm too busy just jabba-jawing over here. Does he have a Hoopa in hand? Oh, Shaman. So we're going to see the Shaman here, and that's going to get him 4, I believe. And it looks like he does have another Shaman in hand. We do see the Hoopa, so we're going to see that come down to probably get some Mega Gardevoir, so he at least have one more in there. So Skyfield, that's going to take out the Scorched Earth, which Andrew has not been able to capitalize on it yet. So we're going to see the Hoopa here, and we're going to definitely see the Gardevoir and the Shaman that went down, that went in through the Super Rod. Does he have a Mega Gardevoir? I'm pretty sure he does. There's the Mega Gardevoir. There is a Spirit Link already attached to the one on the bench. So he's going to be able to play that down on there. And Jason, by the next turn, will have that ready to go. And Jason is looking in a prime spot right now. Plays in, I think he played the Shaman. Oh, he's going to burst the Seeker for the Hex. And he's thinking. Or maybe, I don't think he burst the Seeker for the Hex. He might not even play a support. I don't remember playing the supporter yet. So we're going to see here. And somebody hit the camera. I did come by in the film. So we're going to see the Lysander for the Flareon. And we're going to see that 210 bad boy come out there. And this is a good move by Jason. He is set up. He has a backup attacker. Andrew does not. So this is a good move if he's able to throw some damage down on this Flareon. Question is he going to empty out the bench to do it? It looks like he is about to empty out the bench. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is 170 damage despair rate. If he did not have that Fighting Fury belt on it, it would have been knocked out. But thank goodness, thank the Lord Arceus himself for the Fighting Fury belt. Hallelujah! The man. Alright. Andrew's able to get that Flareon down, and he needs to get that Flareon going. Um, he's not under Hex, so okay, he's gonna use the Flash Fire and take it off the active to there. Um, he could. Is he gonna use the Camarupt's ability? Let's see, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. He uses in. Now, I'm not sure if Flareon can do that once per turn. I don't know if Flareon's Flash Fire ability is often as you like or once per turn, because he did take the fire energy from the active Flareon and put it to the bench Flareon, and he was able to use the burning draft from the Camarupt to get that fire energy from the discard pile and put that fire energy onto that Flareon. I need to check on that to see if the Flareon ability is once per turn, or is it if it's pretty much whenever as often as you like. That's pretty cool. And also, if it is often as you like, I would have kept that fire energy on the active Flareon so he can able to attack the Mega Gardevoir, because those 3 fire energies will go in. You get the 2 Camarupts use their ability, get that back to the active Flareon, and you could have been able to hit this turn and also to hit next turn instead of sacrificing not being able to hit. Because Jason, once again, will probably get this bench set up. Let me look up this Flareon EX while we are talking here and see if that ability is as often as you like, or is it a once per turn. And we're gonna see here. Okay, and we see Jason. It looked like he got 3 shamans. Man, those $400 cards, man. Actually, it's once per turn. Before you attack, you may move a fire energy from one of your Pokemon to this Pokemon. So it is a once per turn. So that could have been a most likely it's a misplay. I don't think it's a misplay that will make a difference though, but it is a misplay. The Flareon's ability is once per turn. So now to me looking that up, I'm trying to. Okay, I know he drew. He was able to get 3 shamans. Pretty sure off a Hoopa. And he really don't need to discard nothing for this. This Flareon's gone. Let's just be real here. Flareon gone. Bye bye Flareon. He probably just wants to load this bench up just in case when the next Flareon come out, he's able to hit that hard. So he wants to get that bench ready to go. But I don't think he's going to go over 5 Pokemon in this situation for the Skyfield. This case, Andrew does play a Scorched Earth next turn. He's able to keep those without discarding them. Versus Seeker for Hex. It's going to be for Hex. Yo, Hex. What is up, girl? The Hex Maniac. And the knockout on the Flareon, and that gets Jason 2 prize cards. And now Jason takes the lead with an N and whatever that other card is. So we get a draw. That fire energy is going to go into the Flareon. Told you, he's able to get those flying furry belts on those Flareons. Let's say just expect to deal with a 210 HP Flareon. So he gets that. So he's going to be attacking this turn. There goes the Scorched Earth. Good call by Jason for not laying down all those bench Pokemon, because they're going to end up going in the discard pile anyways. And we're going to see a Blaze Ball for 120. Jason draws here. And we see the Mega Gardevoir. So he has 2 Mega Gardevoirs. There goes the Skyfield that he did have in hand. And now he's probably just going to load up this bench. So I think Andrew does. I think he only plays 3 Scorched Earth. So pretty much this Skyfield should be staying on for the rest of the game. We're going to see him get the Ultra Ball. I can't see what the card is between those energies. But most likely he probably didn't need it. So we're going to see the Ultra Ball here for Jason. And I haven't been keeping track of what's in this discard pile to see if he even has an Ultra Ball target. But look like he is, because he's going to use it. He's going to Ultra Ball the Sycamore in the end. Great choices. He really don't need them with how much $400 plus shamans he got sitting on his hand over there. And there goes a shaman for a 4, I think. Okay, Ultra Ball versus Seeker, Fairy Energy and a Fairy Energy. Attaches that to the... So that bench, he got the attacker. He has one ready to go. He knows that his active is going to be knocked out next turn. It's not... So he probably wants to hit this Flareon as hard as he can before that Mega Gardevoir in the active goes down. And I got Little Man blocking the way off Andrew's side right here. And we're going to see a big hit 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2, 150. 20, 40, 50, 150. Okay, so the Flareon has 60 HP left, and we're gonna see a Camarupt. Is that Camarupt? I can't tell what that card is on the far end over there. There goes the Burning Draft. Wait, wasn't he? No. He used he used in, I think. I thought he was hexed. Maybe that was last when he was hexed. Well, anyways, if Jason didn't call it, oh well. If he was hexed, if he did use hex on his last turn, then Jason called it, oh well. So we're gonna see Visible Hand from the auxiliary. Got some fire energies, and we're gonna see Trainer's Mail here, and pretty much this game is over with. There's the Sycamore. I mean, Andrew's just trying to see if he can just get anything in this situation to help him out of this. I don't know if he plays any healing cards. Between our duels, I didn't see anything healing wise from his deck. So pretty much this Flareon is probably just going to give one big hoorah blast, take out this Mega Gardevoir in the active, and then the one on the bench is just going to come in and despair ray for the knockout. And if that is the case here, I'm going to mention I didn't set up the play of the game here, but if we are going to do the play of the game, I am going to talk about the play of the game right now. And I think the play of the game in this situation has not been one Pokemon. It's been a series of Pokemon on Jason's side of the field. It's been Hoopa. I think, you know what? Hoopa, aka the party starter. Here's the thing with Hoopa. You never want Hoopa to show up first to the party. If you're having a party, you don't want Hoopa showing up first. But if he's one of those ones where you're having a dead party and you call up, hey Hoopa, man, I need some help, man. I got a party here. I need to get some people out here quick. Hoopa's like, I got you, buddy. You lay down that Hoopa, and there goes 3 EXs coming to the party, ready to save the day. Hoopa, aka the party starter. I think that's the play of the game. That's been the play of the game many a times for Jason, because those Hoopas was able to give him some Shamans and gave him some excellent card draw power. And we see the knockout on the Mega Gardevoir here, and Andrew takes the 2 prizes, went out on one big bang, and then we're just going to see a despair ray in the end here from Jason. There's none. With 60 HP left, that's more than enough to take out that Flareon. But a real good game on both ends. Andrew played himself a good game. Jason played himself a good game as well. It was just those 2 key Hex Maniac turns from Jason was also made Andrew a turn behind, where I think if those hexes weren't in effect, that Andrew probably could have turned this around and won the game. But either way, great game, great 2 players going at it with one another, 2 very good decks, and we like to see more of them in the future. I'm there from the Cuckoo.